Hello, welcome to the Code with Rahul. Today we are discussing about the Pandas. The Pandas is the most important library in the machine learning, and for the reading the data set we will use the Pandas, and for the data cleaning most of we will use the Pandas only. For the pre-processing, normalization, and most of the data cleaning we will use the Pandas, and it is a most important library to the building machine learning models or algorithms. And listen carefully, I will give example, and first I will say all the syntax of the Pandas, way to do, how to read the data set, and how to clean the data. I will say all of them, and I will say where to use the Pandas library and how it will use, and at last I will say one example and exercise, the most interesting exercise. Most of them we want to do that. Come, we can discuss the Pandas in deeply. This is a basic structure of the Pandas, in which field we will use the Pandas library for the handling missing value remove. For the handling missing value means in the data set some value or null in the some columns, we want to check it and we want to fill that column and remove the duplicate and fix the inconsistency. Means duplicate columns will present in the data set, some large data set it will present. For that we want to drop it column in, we want to delete or drop, and you can see the represented data graphically in it is most of the we will not use in the Pandas library, we will use matplotlib library for this matplotlib. And for the data pre-processing we can use the Pandas. How means I said in this handling the missing value, this is what we will use the Pandas in this. In data set the null value is present in the column, we want to remove that and put some value, that is data pre-processing. And in data pre-processing so many topics are come, I will explain upcoming videos. Those are some normalization, standard scale, mean max scale, those are for the upcoming video I will explain those. And we will use the fillna function to update the value in missing space in the Pandas library. And for the data cleaning we will also use the Pandas to data clean. Means in the data set we will have the string value, integer value and floating value. The machine learning model will understand only the floating value. For that we will do duplicate value, means we will do the string to floating value, we will convert by the one odd encoding, label encoding, those are functions will come. I will explain the upcoming videos, the topic will come in, on that I will explain. And for the string value we will convert the one odd encoding function will come, from that we will convert to string to floating value. And in integer value we will also, we want to convert the float value in by the min max scale. I said no, for the pre-processing process I said that min max scaling. From that function we will convert the integer to floating value. This is data transforming, means one column to another column we want to transform the data, means we will use that. It is a data visualizing. In this we will use the matplotlib library. It is also same like pandas library. It is also one kind of the library in the scalar in Python language. Let's see coding of the pandas. First of all, I will take the data set uh, for the training the model. Now I am not training, I am showing only the how we will use the pandas in the while we training the model. I take the minimize this. Now first of all we want to data set, means where we want to go, that is without having everyone. For I recommend the Kaggle platform. The Kaggle platform is a easy way to get the data set, different data set. You can get the health sake and education sake and business sake, whatever the data set you're having. Is those data set we can get in the Kaggle platform. You can go through that. Come, let's visit to coding of the pandas. First of all, we want to import the pandas. And one thing I want to say, you want to create the profile in the Kaggle, means I will leave link in the description box. Please go through that. Pandas as pd data is equal to pd dot csv. Distribution and paste the of a part of the data set. And now we want to run this. It will take some time. We can go through this. We want to know, it will fetch the data and see came, and it will read the data and assign to the data variable. The data variable contain the information of a data set. In this data variable it contain information. We want to see what structure is data set have. For that we want to have three function, that is add, comma, type, comma, sample. This is a three function in the pandas to fetch the data. First we can see the add, data dot add. It is a function. I will not say now, I will say later. See, now I will fetch and I will explain later after tile function. Data dot tile. See, now I will explain these both. In the add function, it act as a, it will fetch from the top rows, and in tile it will fetch from the bottom rows. This is a difference between those add and tile function in the pandas. And in this it fetches only 4 rows. We want more, which we can write in this 8. It will fetch the 8 rows. And in this also same. And then we can see the sample function, means the sample means in name is saying that the randomly it will bring the rows. You can see that sample. see, we not given any number, it will fetch only one row in randomly. We want give means 8, it will randomly fetch 8 rows. It will not fetch the 2 3, we randomly fetch the rows. And next we want to know the information of the data set, means we have the function called info. It is the most important to understand which column having which data type and some what column having the null value or not. You can see data dot is null dot sum. It is a function to give the information of the data set. See, sorry. Sorry, I said information function. No, info parenthesis. It is a function which gives the information of the data. See, in the info function will give this much information, and in the parenthesis columns we having zero null values, and those values are the integer, and like that we can see means in the fourth column we having the one null value, and it is a float variable. It is not a mistake, it is a mistake that only having one null value, it having null value. That's why, and randomly you want to check the null values, means we want to use this. See, in this column skin thickness column we are having one null value, and we want to fulfill that null place, want to assign the values that I will explain later on this video. And first of all we want to see the describe of a data set, description of describe of a data set. Sorry, data dot this is the describe of the data set. In this we can understand the mean of the first column and second column, so on, and standard deviation of the first column, and the minimum value of the first column and maximum values of the columns. We can understand this information. And next we can see that I explain the how to find the separately, how to find the null values in the data set, and how to fill that null place. We want to put some value, how we want to do by the fill now function. We have the fill now function in the pandas. We will use this function to fill the values, and we can see that and fill now data dot is important. Please see, we want to add some values, means we want to add the mean, standard, and median function. That mean function we want to add for the numerical columns, and in place equal to true. This is what we fill. This is a warning, it is not error, it will not happen anything. And we want to cross check the null place, it will fill it or not. For that values is null dot sum. This is what the skin thickness column having it not having any null value, it filled, and how which number it added means we can cross check the process by this sample. I will give it. See, sixth column. Okay, it not give the sixth column. I will give 10. Now it will give. See, in the sixth row, it give 115.18181. It is a how we will add for the null space, and this much enough. You want to know more about the function in the pandas, we can visit to pandas in the Chrome. You can go to that. I will give link in the description box. We can check it. See, they only given the function which are used in pandas library. You can go through these functions. Get the function is used to convert string values into floating or integer value. In the data set, the large data set having they not have only numbers, they also have the string values. For that, we want to do encode that to convert string to integer. For that, the get dummy variable will use. I will say later on the video. Don't panic. And is null function I use to check the null values. This like it will give the so much function to understand. Now in I said in this video, it's enough to go next step NumPy. So what I am to say, and last section is the exercise part. Exercise part is I given the in description box. Please check out. Thank you.